Thanks to the popular film and book 50 Shades of Grey, what used to be considered adventurous in the bedroom, well, for some that's become the new norm. And with this change comes a lot of questions from our viewers. And guess what? The doctors, we are here to answer them.
Of course.
Getting a ton of kink-related questions from our social media followers. We're going to have a Facebook question from Shelly, who writes, my husband and I have started to get a little kinkier in the bedroom. Is this something I should be letting my gynecologist know about? Well, we have a gynecologist up on stage with us in Dr. Nita Landry.
Yes.
So, yes?
What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are, so I will tell you, like, over 50% of people will not go to their doctor and talk about the kink that happens behind closed doors. And I mean, honestly, for the most part, those people do fine, but there are levels to this, okay? So if you're talking about someone kind of wanting to loosely tie your wrists together with a shoestring, like, that's pretty benign. I mean, I'm not saying...
Maybe a blindfold.
Maybe a blindfold. I mean, but don't meet somebody on Monday and let them tie you up on Thursday. Like, you have to, there has to be a level of trust there. But in some instances, I feel like a conversation with your doctor won't hurt. For example, if someone has a heart condition, then they should stay away from electrical play. Or, you know, if you're not in monogamous...
None of this asphyxiation stuff.
Yes,
There's
that is
no
very
place
dangerous.
for that. No.
That is very dangerous. There is not a safe way to do that.
The issue with this fetish is the aspect, and with the 50 Shades of Grey thing, which why it took like America by storm and all the women, is the aspect of control and letting go of control. And playing with this with your partner, you know, like you said, consensually, with handcuffs, with blindfolds, whatever, but it's very important that it's consensual, that both individuals know and understand what's going on. Where this gets dangerous is with penetration, with objects, and then when it involves pain, so that...
Yeah, just getting too rough in general.
You know, as a doctor, I'm not an expert in fetishes and I don't judge, but what I do is give patients information about what's safe, what sexual practices are safe, how to maintain hygiene during these practices, and also helping women, because I see women advocate for what they're comfortable with. Because a lot of women will engage in these behaviors and not want to.
All three of you deal with emergency situations involving the sexual organs. Has there been an increase in...
People are gonna try. I mean, let's just be honest. Sometimes the pole slips, or you fall from the chandelier. Like, you can get injured.
Yeah, the biggest risks are falls and literally herniated discs in your back from the shower scenes and all the lifting and penile fractures for men.
Sure. Have you ever? I mean, standing up in the shower, I have to say, takes some like Cirque du Soleil coordination.
But man,
make it look so easy.
Dr. Berman, I don't work out to walk down the street. Now, my point is more so though that I think sometimes people get so caught up and they watch a movie like this and they forget that a lot of women still don't even understand that you got to be very careful. If you get repeat UTIs, it could be because maybe you're using a toy and it's, you know, it's brushing across the anus and then transferring that bacteria to the urethra. And some of those things, when you're using all these toys, and you just got to be aware of
fingers or anything else.
And Dr. Berman, I mean, fractured penis is a real thing.
That is a real thing. That's a medical emergency.
I think you just need to be very careful whenever we talk about Hollywood and Hollywood's portrayal of sex, it's never reality. And so whether it's looking at it from the physical perspective of if you're going to do more theatrical moves in the bedroom, you better work your way up to it. You don't start on the chandelier, you work your way up to it. My point is that a lot of times...
try though, right?
Pole first, then the chandelier.
Yeah, and I think that's the important point, getting back to Shelly's question, which is, should you discuss this with your gynecologist?
It's never a bad idea to talk to your doctor, but some people will not feel comfortable chatting with their doctor. And if by chance you don't feel comfortable, then you might want to find a new gynecologist. Because I tell my patients, if you can't tell your gynecologist, who can you tell? Like, during the exam, things get really personal in there, and you should be able to talk to your physician and not feel judged.
And there are sex therapists out there as well, and doctors who specialize in sexology, and they even have another new level of understanding of all the stuff that's going on, because who can, honestly, no offense, but who can keep track?